The Abbasid Caliphate, an empire that stretched across the Islamic world, celebrated for its golden age of learning, art, and culture. Yet beneath its splendor lay a darker reality. In the sweltering salt marshes of southern Iraq, a group of people lived in unimaginable misery. They were the Zanj East African slaves brought from their homelands to endure grueling labor. Day after day, they toiled in brutal conditions, extracting salt from marshes where temperatures soared. But this wasn't just a story of oppression. It is a story of resistance. Over 15 relentless years, the Zanj would defy their masters, challenging the most powerful empire of their time. Their fight for freedom would not only shake the Abbasid Caliphate, but leave a legacy that echoes through history. This is their story, the story of the Zanj Rebellion. Imagine the harshest labor under an unforgiving sun, your life reduced to endless toil and punishment. This was life for the Zanj. Imported from East Africa, they were exploited to extract salt, a backbreaking task that poisoned the land and those who worked it. But even in such despair, hope has a way of finding its champion. That champion was Ali ibn Muhammad. He wasn't just a charismatic leader, he claimed descent from the Prophet Muhammad himself. Ali promised the Zanj freedom, dignity, and their own land, a vision so compelling it ignited a movement. In 869 AD, the Zanj revolted. Armed with little more than their determination, they rose against their oppressors, transforming their pain into a battle cry that would reverberate across the empire. The Zanj rebellion wasn't just a riot, it was a revolution. Against all odds, the Zanj organized into a formidable army. Using farm tools, captured weapons, and sheer ingenuity, they began to win battles against the Caliphate's forces. Ali ibn Muhammad proved himself a military genius. He captured strategic cities and fortified al-Muqtara, a new capital whose name meant the chosen city. The Zanj expanded their control over vast stretches of southern Iraq, creating an independent state within the heart of the Abbasid Caliphate. But their ambitions didn't stop there. They built a navy controlling critical waterways and even minted their own coins, bold symbols of their sovereignty. For over a decade, this once oppressed group lived as a free and self-governed society. The rebellion reached its peak when the Zanj laid siege to Basra, a key city of the Abbasid Caliphate. The Abbasids were shaken to their core. For years, their armies had failed to suppress the uprising. The Caliph al-Mu'tamid, desperate to end the rebellion, appointed his most skilled generals to turn the tide. Under commanders like al-Muwaffaq, the Abbasids began to regroup. They launched a series of calculated counterattacks, gradually regaining lost territory. For the Zanj, it was a grueling war of attrition. Supplies dwindled, and the rebellion's once unstoppable momentum began to falter. By 883 AD, the Abbasids launched their final assault on al-Muqtara. Outnumbered and surrounded, the Zanj fought valiantly to defend their capital. But the Abbasid forces, with superior weaponry and resources, were relentless. When the city fell, Ali ibn Muhammad was killed, his head displayed as a grim warning to others who might dream of rebellion. The Zanj army was crushed, and those who survived faced brutal reprisals. The salt marshes returned to silence, but they were forever stained by the memories of those who dared to resist. Though the Zanj rebellion was ultimately defeated, its legacy endures. It exposed the cruelty of slavery in one of history's greatest empires, showing that even the most oppressed could rise and demand justice. Today, the story of the Zanj reminds us of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring fight against oppression. It is a story of hope, resistance, and the universal yearning for freedom. The Zanj rebellion is an extraordinary chapter in history, a testament to courage and determination. Let us honor their memory by continuing the fight against injustice and oppression.